I love about Tuesdays. It's all about things that are trending from tech to gaming, because that's up next.
That's correct. Now, Devil May Cry 5 is an action-adventure hack/video game. And of course, we get the first look into what goes on with this game with the guru of games. His name is Gareth Woods. Have a look.
Gearing up for some gaming on your Figure Breakfast Show this morning with my man Gareth Woods, and we are talking about Capcom's brand new release. It's Devil May Cry 5. My brother, man.
Yeah.
Good to have you, man.
Always good to be here.
Glad you paused.
Yeah, I had to. I
because it
couldn't
seems
focus.
like there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There's the 5th installment to hit
Yes.
our screens. Impressions so far?
Yeah, so I mean, it's beautiful, first of all. And the one thing, I've never had the opportunity of playing a Devil May Cry game, and so this is my first jump in. So I was a little bit worried about, like, what the heck's going on? Like, am I going to fit in and or at least know what's going on? They do a good job of kind of, the story is standalone, so you can kind of jump in, it doesn't really matter. You might struggle a little bit with, like, why your characters are doing certain things, but you definitely understand what they are doing. But the one thing that stands out, and then you read what the previous titles were all about, it's just about stylish, kind of free-flow combat. And big bosses, and those two things I've seen in spades as I've been playing.
But I mean, then again, you know, given that, I guess you don't need to ask yourself, like, so why is my
Yeah,
character...
you don't always need a massive motive for just, like, killing bosses and having, you know, cool fighting sequences.
And I mean, it looks cool as well. I've also never played, you know, Devil May Cry before, so I'm very keen to see what the latest one offers. So, okay, dude, let's jump straight in. Tell us about the story campaign here. What's going on?
Okay, so without giving too much away, it's kind of hard to, like, actually not give too much away, but essentially you get the opportunity of playing one of there are about 3 different kind of monster hunters in the game. At the moment I'm playing as Nero. So his thing is he's got this prosthetic arm, which he can fire these, like, you get these different attachments at the moment. You know, you see with the little attachments here. You can switch between those and all have different abilities. But at the moment I'm trying to take down this big, as you can see, like, tanky monster thing. It's trying to run away from me, but it's not going to have success there because I'm going to chase it down. But yeah, essentially you are off to find out, as the game starts, you're sort of beaten by this big kind of monster, and now it kind of travels back in time to understand, like, why that's happening, and essentially catch up with the different players. What's cool is you can see the story from 3 different players' perspectives. So you can kind of, like, tackle it from a different perspective, and then obviously that gives you a fuller understanding of the story as well.
Okay. Well, it seems, once again, lots of action going on.
Yeah, it's hard to concentrate at the same time.
No, for sure. And I mean, you say this is a boss battle.
Yeah. Thought I'd show off the kind of
scale. Is this a
scale.
machine or is it an alien? What is it?
Yeah, it's kind of this, like, alien machine thing. So you're half right and half wrong. So essentially you're trying to get up to its weak spot, which is over here, and it only gives you a few seconds to get there. Unfortunately, I missed that. But so you breaking down its kind of knee joints over here, and then when you have that done close enough, you can jump up to...
There we go, come on. And there's an electric rod thing that you need to destroy as well. So for first-timers like you and me, you know, is this a good place to start? Or I know you said that, you know, it doesn't really matter if you haven't played any of the other ones, but I mean, would it kind of help?
Definitely.
Just in terms of the gameplay and what's going on.
Yeah, so if you've played the other games before, obviously it's gonna be familiar. It does feel like, from the reviews that I've read from other players who played all of them, it does kind of mix up a whole bunch of the best elements of previous games to try and give you almost like a best of, you know, kind of highlights package. And they're certainly trying to work out a lot of the kinks. The one thing that I can say is perhaps the difficulty level at normal is perhaps a little bit easy.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can obviously, like, flex a little bit here in that I've played almost 66% of the game.
Wow. Okay.
And I haven't died yet. So
well,
that's
good.
normally not a good sign in terms of it's probably a bit too easy.
Okay.
But that being said, obviously I can do the harder difficulties when I finish the game. So for people who have played it before, they might find this one a little bit too easy.
Right. So go for hard.
Yeah, but if you are new to the game, then it's probably, at least you're not going to feel, like, completely overwhelmed.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So somebody like you who's also playing this for the first time, I mean, what are some of the standout things on features around, you know, this particular franchise and also the new offering that you can kind of point out?
So I suppose the one thing that stands out is obviously the graphics, and it runs really, really smoothly. I'm playing on a regular PlayStation, not even a Pro, and you can see the frame rate. There's no frame rate drops. It's fluid pretty much the whole way through, which is super important. I mean, obviously, when you play these games and there are multiple enemies across the stage and you're wanting to... Part of the game is you're trying to chain together combos. If you're trying to do that and all of a sudden you drop frames, then it's obviously going to be a kind of less favorable experience. So from that point of view, very, very cool. And then also being able to like switch up between your weapons mid-fight. So you're switching between you've got your guns, you've got your swords, you've got your like weapon attachments. You can jump and dodge and all that sort of stuff seamlessly. Yeah, really, really fluid combat, and I think that stands out, even as someone who's never played these sort of games before, as really kind of a notable feature of the game.
All right, dude. Well, I'm going to let you boss about right
Let me try and concentrate on actually finishing this guy.
Let's try it out, man. All right, so there we have it. That's what we're talking about in your gaming segment this morning, Devil May Cry 5. If you're a fan, maybe a returning fan, maybe a first-timer, connect with us and tell us your thoughts on this game. You can do so on our social media pages, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. Also use that hashtag Expresso Show.